This is Gateway. A tropical paradise where ancient creatures roam free. A place where survival is instinct and your downfall is inevitable. There will be dangers, for that is the will of the Isle. The plan for today's video is going to be introduced in chapters. We will start as a hatchling in the swamp and make our way over to the South Plains to reap the rewards of high activity feeding grounds. How we get there will be revealed. Will we survive? Will we meet friends along the way? And will we make enemies? Hey guys! Today I'll be attempting to take my fresh Deinosuchus from the southern swamps all the way to here, the South Plains, to reap the rewards of high activity feeding grounds. How do you get there? All will be revealed throughout the chapters of this video, but for now our journey begins as all do. A hatchling in a big world. I'll be joined in the video by my friends Connor playing as Tempest and Beth playing as Nifist. Quickly after spawning in, I chose my first mutation, efficient digestion, which enables slower food drain by 20%, meaning I could go longer in between meals, and it's a good thing too, because this saves me in the long run. I tried to catch my first meal, a small bullfrog on the water's surface. With this being my first playthrough of the game, I wasn't totally attuned to the controls, and I missed my lunge completely with the right mouse button. Luckily for me, a stray stag had bugged out right next to my log. I knew that I was too small to grab it, but maybe I could just chomp at it until it died, and then I'd reap the rewards, right? As I chomped away, I felt my gator senses tingling. I wasn't alone. I dove down to see what lurked below. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Huge crocodile.
This way?
There is a much bigger crocodile than me in this swamp. At this point, I felt like my only option was to run and hide. I can't outswim him, and I can't outfight him. So I crawled up to the surface. I chilled in the long grass for maybe 5-10 minutes until I went back in and hoped that he'd disappeared. Unfortunately, he hadn't. He's just up there on the other side of the log, thankfully swimming in the opposite direction. This was my chance. I quickly tuck in to the long grass and I bolt away, constantly looking over my shoulder as I pray he doesn't turn around. And that isn't the last we see of him, for what we're about to see next is both exciting but dangerous. The lone Herrera is trying to swim across the lake, and as you can see I'm fumbling around. I really don't know the controls at all. But I get him and take him down to the bottom for his last breath. Just die now. Die now, little one. Die now, little one. Thank you. Come on. Up we go. And up we went. I feasted on that little Herrera's flesh for what felt like a lifetime. filling up my stomach completely almost 2 times over. But all good things can't last forever. There were bigger fish in this pond, and I was about to be reintroduced to them. Am I dead? How I got away with this one, I will never know. Came and stole my carcass.
Oh no.
Knew it. I could get eaten by a bloody bull shark at this point. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Not great. I just kept swimming. I couldn't think. I couldn't afford to think. I had no time. Until an opportunity arose. So it's fine.
Nope, both going in.
Oh.
Yeah, being ballsy.
You're in the swamp.
Yeah,
Well, what-
no, we're heading towards it.
We weren't meant to say we were in the swamp.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I decided it was safer to move on land. There were plenty of carcasses to scavenge from after all. Is that?
We did it!
What did you do?
We pulled the ball, but I don't
We killed the
think we
ball.
can eat it.
Can you eat it?
Where's the little gun? Back to the water he went, never to be seen again. I sat there sniffing the air for his blood and saw the trail go cold. If only I hadn't sprinted across the land. I missed out on yet another free meal, but I was growing quite nicely, now up to 11%. It could have been better though, had I been vigilant. There is a lot of meat icons though.
So that clearly means we can eat, right?
The next morning, I trekked across the land in search of more scavengeable food, and I stumbled across Connor and Beth, although something had got to Connor first. Thankfully, many of his remains were still there. I had to pay my respects first, of course, before feasting on the flesh of her spouse. But it was all for the benefit of the 16% growth. And these two wanted to run dinos with me anyway, so if anything, I was doing them a service by cleaning up their old bodies. And it helped me in the process. We definitely can't tarnish over that. I was growing much quicker thanks to the Beppy's organs. I began to relax into this lifestyle, maybe a bit too much. I'd let my water run too low as I was walking across land, and I'd have to walk all the way back to the swamp here to drink. All the while, Beth followed me, almost knowing that her time had nearly come, but enjoying the last few humble minutes that we were spending together by the swamp side. Connor's remains were nothing but bones now. I'd cleaned them out of everything useful. Now had come the time to just clean up any proof that this had ever happened. Back to the water, one last time. As I basked for the last time before a server restart, I noticed that my growth had hit 19%. As we've nearly hit a quarter of the total growth that I want to try and achieve, we can safely mark off surviving infancy as complete and move on to the swamps as a whole to catch bigger prey and group up with my friends. But first, Beth had to be reborn anew. This wasn't a very nice feeling, killing your friend after she'd spent hours growing up to a full-sized baby. But I had to eat, and she had to respawn. So it seems only fitting that we keep the food within our circle of life. Oh, sorry, Beth, misclick. After getting what I could from Beth's corpse, I decided to try and find Connor, as he was aimlessly swimming around the swamp at this point, looking for whatever morsels of food a hatchling dino could find. I heard you. You were right next to me. Have you found me yet, Connor?
No. But
Well, I can see you.
I can't see you.
Oh, this is very deep.
Ah! I thought you was a rock! I was like, that's a big tree. Oh
Where have you
my
gone?
god.
Where have you gone?
I'm
Come here.
pressing.
Let me invite. You need to come up to the top to press.
Okay. There we go.
There we go. Right, let's go
Me.
find some food. Let's go find some food and then find Beth.
Yeah. I need that there. That's my idea. My idea. It's mine.
Oh, I got.
That's my idea.
Oh no, my boy.
No, my boy! Father, help!
Give me my idea.
What the f? He survived?
Wait.
How the f did he survive that?
You gave away a live deer. Where did he go?
There we go, now he's dead.
Did he run back in the water like a sperm?
Yeah, and then floated it. Can I have a bit?
You can wait.
Don't eat all. It's your
I'm at 10%. I'm gonna get to at least half of this there. And then I'll have this. Yeah. Okay.
Nope. Oh,
Right in front of me.
Yeah,
The lemon zone. We might be better just going for the lemon zone, right?
that's where we're going. With the deer killed, we can safely say that we've caught enough prey to start our journey. This is the point in the video where I would love to ask you to comment your thoughts and like and subscribe. I'd love to know if you're enjoying it. This is my first video on YouTube and we're hoping to hit 500 subs by the end of the year. Any support to help us do that would be greatly appreciated. This has been a passion project of mine for many years, on and off in my brain, and to finally bring it to fruition is actually quite wholesome. So I'm hoping that you're enjoying it as much as I am. Anyway, back to the show.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
271.
Okay, so we're very close.
Yeah.
Give me this thing.
That was really loud.
Yeah, we are like right next to each other. Press 1. I see ya. Rawr.
You're huge!
We've now all grouped up and our journey has begun. Next stop, the South Pond. Will we all make it? Let's find out. We should hit land.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need to walk across that land and get into another pond and then keep going west. I think this is it. Or is this the mud pit? If this is the mud pit, nah, this is the mud pit. We need to head south. Tempest got turned around in the mud pits, and it took him quite a while to find us and group up, and we lost valuable food.
First time?
I am at first paw print. I used up all my stamina going before that much.
What do you mean at first bottom?
Well,
I think he
You
means
know-
the knuckle.
Oh.
the... Yeah.
If you press tab and move your mouse over the icon, it'll tell you the percentage. Over the icon, in the bottom right.
23%.
I'm about 50.
Do you see this
Yeah.
flag?
Oh, sorry.
Oh
Yeah, I didn't want to go in it for that
no!
reason.
Okay.
If you stand in the water, at least I can follow your prints as you swim.
Between this next shot of us getting up onto land and us leaving this other stretch of land, Tempest did not follow our prints and somehow disappeared into the night. In good news, I got my second mutation and went for sustained hydration, which means that my water drains 20% slower. In hindsight, I probably should have gone for reabsorption. As you can see, we have a 3-hour-long rainstorm after this spurt, and that probably would have saved my life in many different ways. Genuinely don't understand how people can get this far without, like, just dying.
Well,
I'm
from
only
what
at
I've
33% growth as well. I'm only at 33% growth. Imagine, like, a full-grown gator. You'd have so much hunger that you'd just be plummeting off a cliff. And then just head to where we are and then head southwest, because we need to try and get to the southwest side of the lake.
Yeah, so Connor's a lot souther than where we
Yeah.
are.
We need to head
Oh,
south
he's-
anyway, so...
My hunger's in the red now.
Well, stay close, because if you die...
I've gotten to 15% growth, and I haven't
Wow.
eaten anything yet. Well, I'm starting to see red. I put lamb.
Oh, okay, yeah, this is fine. We can just walk over this island. It's small. And actually, we can just carry on heading west again. We've hit the point of the swamp that I want to be at.
I am going to south.
You die? Can you die near the water?
Use your big butt.
You ran straight. You had an entire swamp and you ran straight up behind me and then told me to move my big butt.
Yeah.
I mean, dying here would be great. It's fine, keep going. We need to just keep heading this way, Beth, and we're at the edge of the swamp.
This sucks. I miss being able to just eat berries.
Yeah. Herbivores have got it good. Apart from the fact that you just constantly get hunted by raptor-packs, that's not fun. Trying to see if there's anything else here, but there isn't. We are literally nearing the lake.
If you've both loaned food, surely you should try and get some food before you do that big trek, right?
Well, I mean, there's all here, so what should I try and get?
Eat me.
Yeah, I'm literally just gonna have to wait for Beth to die while we're walking over and pray that my water holds on the trek.
I'm in the orange.
Orange. Oh, it might be a minute before you die then. Well, theoretically, I literally just head over this cliff and I should be able to find that pond. Whether or not that pond's any good, Lord knows. The time had come to say farewell to yet another one of my congregation. Oh God. I really hope you fill me up more than that. Oh no. Oh no.
Hello.
You filled me up to 27%.
Really?
Yeah,
That was tiny.
yeah. This was it. The hardest part of the journey had begun. And not in any way, shape or form how I envisioned it to. Where there were once 3, there is now 1. One slow, tiring, starving Deinosuchus, just trying his very best to climb through the wilderness and find the lake of his dreams. So close. My water's just gone red.
You can do it, Minty.
As dawn broke and the sun glazed the top of the sky, I could see the silhouette of something I thought I would never make it to. The lake was in reach. Oh my god, oh my god. Drink, drink, drink.
Did you make it?
Yes, I made it!
You made it?
Yeah.
How are you doing for your son?
I'm not good. Blood all over screen. I'm drinking though. Food is not okay either. Please, please, please be fishing here. Please. I have no stamina, so I can't even swim, so I'm gonna have to bask. I'm only on yellow health.
Okay.
Please be fish. Please. Oh no. By the skin of my teeth, I'd made it to the lake. And now I had to pray for food, gain any sort of advantage I could before making the last pilgrimage to the South Plains River. I swam around in circles for what felt like a lifetime, praying that any glimmer of movement was something that I could eat. My hunger dwindled and my screen got worse. Until... Frog! I missed it. Yes! That filled me up a whole 3%. Yeah, another frog. That's another 1%. The isle had blessed me with food, but it wasn't the food I was hoping for, so I went onto the side and basked, hoping that I could see any sort of movement from the surface as well, and trying to conserve any energy I had left in my dwindling stomach. Come on. Frog. Oh, yeah, there's a player.
Nice.
I you not.
Friend or foe?
Dibble. Oh my god, it didn't latch on because he's full grown, he's too big.
Oh no.
Oh, Looking back, I don't think it was the fact that the dibble was really big. The place that it's drinking as well is so shallow that I couldn't have effectively lunged out of the water to grab it in the first place. Really good play by this dibble. So heartbreaking. There is another bullfrog though. I'd like to mention that this was played around New Year's, which means that a lot of the fixes to AI spawn-ins weren't quite in yet, and they were a little bit sketchy at the best of times. For now, I'd have to live off scraps, eating bullfrogs whenever they spawned and praying for anything more. And my prayers were eventually answered. Ah, school of fish just spawned.
Nice.
I feasted on all these fish as much as I could. I think in the end I cleaned out around 4 schools of fish in total over the time that they'd all spawned. I'm surviving. Despite all odds. And survive I did. Dare say I even flourished. I got so comfortable that I'd just go up onto the side of the lake and bask to try and heal off any extra health I could get. But in the back of my mind, I still didn't feel quite as content as if I was sat basking on the edge of the South Plains River. Now was the question, do I push out and go further, or do I stay here? I chose to go further. I'd filled up my stomach as much as the fish would allow, and then I quickly began my ever so slow journey across the jungle floor. I heard 2 tennos off to my left, and I decided to hug the cliff as much as possible to try and avoid any paths that they might be taking to the lake to go and have a drink. And luckily they hadn't seen me just yet. I saw the lake in view, and I thought, this is it. It's all over. This entire journey is about to come to an end, and I'll be victorious. Just try not to fall down the cliff. I don't want to break my dino's leg. A stone's throw away from victory. In hindsight, doing this was a big mistake. I really shouldn't have sprinted. I just got so excited about the thought of victory and being stood next to the lake, I burned all my stamina off. And that really wasn't a great idea. Also, in hindsight, there are a lot of other things that are about to happen, which I probably shouldn't have done. But again, this was my first ever time playing Dino, and my first ever time trying to do this journey. I began to drink at the southern lake to the South Plains, and I didn't realise this is salt water, and my very little water that I have already is now depleting beyond repair. Panic set in, and I quickly hopped into the water and swam across with what little stamina I had left. And I just thought, hey, I just need to get up this cliff. I just need to get up the cliff and in the river. It's as easy as that. It wasn't going to be that easy. Above the panic, I forgot that this was one of the most highly populated areas on the map, and my journey comes to a very gut-wrenching end. If you've made it this far, I'd just like to thank you so much for watching my video. Again, please comment any thoughts, any tips or tricks to help me or other people get to the South Plains, and if you want to see a part 2, you better believe I'm going to try it again. I can't get that close and not get to the South Plains River. Thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.